So, at log number, I think this is 4 or 5.
This is part
The
4.
last one I remember was 42.
42, that's right. So this is log 43 now. So, Matt's still not back with us. We've gotten our biggest assignment of Metroid kills yet.
And that's
But-
where, and that cube is especially glowy.
Don't call it that, please.
What, glowy?
No.
Sure.
Just I love the idea of like the Federation being like, "Don't call it that, Samus. It's not what it's not what it's called. It's what, but it looks like one. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't be called one anyway." Welcome to the construction zone, as you're seeing here, and we're going to be pushing through. And actually, I believe I'm correct. If we go forward a bit further, we're actually going to get our next Ion ability while we avoid these turrets.
You know, it's amazing that all this machinery is still operational, despite having been saturated in that gunk for God knows how long.
That's the power of Aeon energy, or something.
Hello.
Okay, we're not going that way,
Okay.
everybody. I'm
That
leaving
place
that.
scares
me.
I can leave well enough
That
alone.
does not look safe.
Come on. Counter me. I want your energy. Fine. Let's do that then.
Playing out again, eh?
That's right.
So you don't want to be thrashed, eh?
Well, too bad. I'm thrashing you. Anyway, just run through here and get our next Aeon. Oh, next Aeon ability.
Behold.
And
Well-
one of the most overpowered ones, if you use it properly, Beam Burst.
Ooh.
It's literally Samus's equivalent to a Gatling gun.
Yeah. No, it literally, like, the Beam Burst enhances your beam by increasing attack power and effectively, yeah. I hear these in the background because we're in a construction area. I keep hearing the robotic chirps, and it sounds so much like the Emmys do in that one trailer. It's throwing me off.
It does sound
anyway.
like them, holy shit.
Yeah, I guess that's just where their effects came from. Anyway, so this basically will turn in my blast, if I tip my normal beam ability into this.
All-
effectively.
All that's missing is the overture.
Yeah. And it gets even crazier when you have. I think it gets even crazier if you get the spacer. But regardless, it turns this into like a Gatling gun. It doesn't have quite the same amount of energy as a machine gun, but I can use that to destroy these concrete egg thingies, I'll call them. Destroy the big old plants, and if you've been up to this point seeing those large swarms of enemies I basically had to run past, it's my most effective way right now to deal with all of them at once.
Ooh.
Which you're going to need, considering that this is pretty much where security's getting tightened. A sweet deal.
Yep.
Yep. And no, I don't know why I went that way after I just opened the shortcut. I'm not thinking that far ahead. I'm just going to keep moving forward and hope people think I know what I'm doing. Ow.
Please don't make fun of me.
Come on.
You don't
So-
you don't want to see what my little friend can do on a bad day.
You don't want to see it
So,
when he doesn't have his coffee.
regardless, I'll say that for now the ability to aim in all directions at once is very nice for precision shots. I no longer have to, as much as amazing as Super Metroid and the like were. There was something annoying about being in a position where like the guy was just out of reach and I had to move just to get a proper aim on them at a diagonal angle.
Yeah, I get you.
Gotcha.
Just no, I do like. It may stop the pace more often than not, but it is very handy to have that precise aiming without having to worry about. Well, I don't know. It's one of those cases where if you don't mind the fact that you're not going to be moving and shooting at the same time, then
Right. It's the freedom. Although, if you want to move, you can again whenever you're moving, you can only aim like in front of you, and I think only then you're still locked to like 3 points of aiming, either directly ahead of you, directly above, directly like up diagonal, or directly down diagonal.
But you know what?
When you're running.
Now that I think about it, now that Metroid Dread's going to be put on the Switch, like they could probably have it so that you could pretty much free aim with the right stick while still being able to move.
Oh, that'd be so awesome. Just go full twin stick shot. I want that.
I mean, it would be a nice little update.
Also, if you're wondering why I went down there, I was basically unlocking that fast travel point for later, so that I can come back here quickly. Wow!
Ow!
Come back here quickly. Because we've made it on top of a large mining infrastructure. It's actually what we saw. It's actually the same area, I believe, that we saw in the flashback from last part's ending. So now I can go inside this facility and start, again, as you can tell from the bottom, we have our work cut out for us.
Yep, 27 Metroids still linger.
So, I will say while we're running through this part here, to get hopefully a really nice ability, actually, no, I'm not even going to start a new conversation because I know I'm actually about to get it right now, and they did some really cool things with it in this game. The grapple beam.
I mean, those blue glowing blocks are there for a reason. They're for this thing.
Yep. The grapple beam latches onto blue or red grapple points. See, that's the cool difference they added here is blue grapple points are the ones that you will latch yourself to, whereas as you'll be seeing in this game and as what I already saw in the preview footage of Dread from the treehouse, red grapple points are ones where you actually latch on and then you lash them towards you. So here I can actually pull this very fragile block and break it with the grapple beam.
Yep. So that being said, you actually have all 3 beam types now.
Yep. And also, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that anything glowing red you can use the grapple beam on, because there's going to be a cool. There's a couple of cool little like mini boss strategies that can be done if you remember that. Oh jeez.
Oh jeez. I guess it should definitely be said that the grapple beam in this game definitely outshines the one from the Super Metroid by a large margin, especially considering that. Well, let's not kid ourselves. The grapple beam in Super Metroid was kind of pathetic.
It was a really cool idea. It was really fun.
It was a cool idea. It's just that it was very unwieldy to use first off, and then once you got the space jump, you really had no need for it.
Oh no, yeah. The inclusion of the red grapple points still give the grapple beam, relevance even in the end game. Otherwise, the other nice quality of life improvement that, if I'm correct, is that whereas in Super Metroid you always had to manually equip the grapple beam, the grapple beam will auto-equip whenever you enter free aim mode while aiming at one of the grapple points. So you never have to manually equip it. Ow.
Which is very nice.
Come on. Okay. There we go. Now that we're continuing more through this area, now I can start that next conversation point safely. Hype, is there any of these the 2D Metroid games now that you find yourself wanting to give a shot, or would you say what would it take for a Metroid game to really pull you in and make you want to give it a shot?
In a matter of speaking.
Well, I do own Super via the SNES Online stuff, and I do have a copy of Samus Returns, and honestly, I don't think they necessarily have to change themselves a whole lot, because I do recognize the appeal of the franchise. I think for me, the main reason I haven't really bothered playing a whole lot of them is mostly a matter of, first and foremost, just been busy with a bunch of stuff. Like, at the time of us recording this, I'm in the middle of doing another art commission from a return client, and I think a semi-more reliable one is that, I just have other games that I want to finish first and foremost that I still have hanging.
That's fair. Oh, yeah. Spyro 3, Spyro 2, and then there was Luigi's Mansion 3.
Well, no, I finished Luigi's Mansion 3, technically.
Oh, I thought you were streaming it, though.
Well, I streamed it, but I've beaten it before.
Oh, okay. Fair. No worries.
I mean, granted, there is such a thing as falling into that same trap of having so many games you still need to finish, yet you always keep going back to that one safe game.
Yeah, that is something that I am, a little bit guilty of.
I think we're all guilty of that in some way or another.
Of doing what again?
Basically, despite having a bunch of games you still need to finish, there's just some games that you do still go back to in spite of already being it, just because you're just that comfortable playing it.
Oh, Spyro 1 for me, absolutely. It's just a nice, perfect, casual collectathon experience for me. Nothing too much. Just all, no. How do they put it? No filler, no fat. It's just perfect, just gaming experience for me. Spyro 1, and then at least reignited, and then gosh, get away from me! You too. Jeez, yeah, no.
Get away from me, you big fat dumb animal.
Just right there, if you're not on your A game, things will overwhelm you very quickly unless you can counter every one of them.
Yeah, and that doesn't even, and that's not even going to the occasional boss fight you'll go through.
Seriously. More on those later, and yeah, when I was practicing, boy howdy, there's technically, the first real bosses fights of this place still gave me they all gave me a little bit of hell when you're just starting off to learn all their tricks. Anywho, that guy's gotta go. Yeah,
Get
Spiral
outta
1,
here!
So that'd be Spiral 1.
Good luck!
It'd be Spiral 1. Haunted Mansion, I'll still say. Get freaking A Way Out. Haunted Mansion is still one I go back to every so often just because I still like how the abilities isn't... Where the hell is
Again, the only reason I said that in A Way Out is because I'm gonna be completely honest. I was kind of blanking on mean things to say to you because I generally don't like to insult you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you were at least going to put. I thought you were at least going to say something like, you had really high expectations to think we all would have cared about Lava Lana the same amount you do.
Well, I mean, that's...
I would have accepted that. And, there he
Hello.
goes.
Alright, he's getting away!
Alright, well, I spooked him out of hiding.
Well, I was about to say, like, I might not be too interested in La Milana, but I know that's not your fault.
No, but I forced you guys to sit through it for like 10 or 11 parts, and no one even really like. I realized the beam burst is okay, but I'll admit it's probably not, how to put it, its damage economy against Metroids is probably not the best. Like, you're better off just using your missiles.
Yeah, missiles and Ice Beam are really the only thing you need to use for Metroids.
Because
Because they were never really privy to the normal beams.
Right. Beam burst is definitely more so a utility. Use it around the place.
But yeah, no, keep note of those holes all throughout the battle arena, because this is unfortunately one of the more obnoxious gimmicks of fighting the betas at the very least.
Right. Ooh. No, it definitely the betas use it the most frequently. But this one, fortunately, is not doing it. That hole was just there to explain how we scared it out of hiding, but no, yeah, I definitely had a little bit of time with some of those. In fact, actually, I believe at least 2 of them are in this area alone, like, you know, the roamers, we'll call them.
I'm sure the majority of the Samus Returns players probably got screwed out of the best time required ending because of those suckers.
Yeah, and as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's any way to, like, cheese it, like, because, like, how to put it, like, you could do as best damage as you can, freezing them at every turn, but eventually, like, they'll just stop turning red, they'll run away, and then you come back and they'll be at full health again. So, like, here, actually, I think is where it's going to start happening. Yep.
Well, have fun.
Ah, boy, hang on. There we go.
But yeah, no, going back real quick, I mean, I pretty much echo hype sentiment in that I hold no malice against you trying to actually show the entirety of that game to us, just because that was something you were very passionate about. It's just the unfortunate thing that, well, I know I definitely mentioned it during that commentary, but it's very much an acquired taste.
No, it's absolutely a niche. It is like, again, like I would definitely say it's probably one of the toughest Metroidvanias out there, not for beginners, and that's why, even though I will say I played and really enjoyed the new things that happened in La Milana 2, I will not be doing that for the channel, because La Milana 2 is not only, yeah, I can talk about that a little bit. Not only is it more jam-packed, it is harder, and one of the ways it is harder is, so one thing I never touched upon, I don't believe, is in a very cave story-esque way, in the original In the original La Milana, there was an optional hard dungeon area called the Hell Temple or Hell Dungeon, and that was completely optional. And fun fact, what it would do is it would the reward for completing it was supposed to be like a skimpy bathing suit like outfit to put that one chick that helped us at the very end. It's been forever. Crap. It was supposed to be like
go figure.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a skimpy outfit for her to wear, but then the joke ends up being that, oh crap, it's not her size, but it is yours. So now you wear the outfit the whole time. And if you actually walk into her outfit, she's like, ah! It's like she just runs away in fear until you take it back off. But anyway, so that was optional. In La Milana 2, it's required to go through its what they consider the optional hard dungeon. It's no longer optional, and it's like, what?
Well, I assume for the sake of finishing the story.
Oh no, you can't beat the game. Like they just outright they took a concept that was originally optional and said, nah, it's required now.
Yeah,
that is stupid.
Yeah, it just seems like that game's entire point is literally to punish whoever plays it. Like, absolutely no instant gratification for you today.
I want to ask, did we ever do a look at of La Milana 2?
We did.
No, never.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. No, you're right. We did do a look at it. Oh my god, yeah.
It was a long while ago.
Rats! I jumped down the wrong hole.
Oops.
But
so
and
sticky.
And I do recall that I wanted to at some point, but there's so many games out. I wanted to. I was doing I was streaming the La Milana 1+2 Switch thing that Limited Run Games got me, because I wanted to show Matt, because I knew he was such a big, don't
mythology
mind me, I'm
buff.
just a ball. Yeah, he's a huge mythology buff. Which, once again, it's hang on,
There you go.
which I will definitely say, like they have a lot of fun with various mythos in that series. And at least in La Milana 2, they also get a lot more ridiculous with the quirky humor, such as they have a lot more shop vendors, and two of the shop vendors off the top of my head is one of them just straight up looks like box art Mega Man.
Oh,
That's right, I remember seeing that.
And then another one is freaking Caro Blaster.
Just to give Pixel a little bit of love after Nicholas screwed him over big time.
Caro Blaster is really fun, actually.
It is. I mean, we did a look at it a long while ago.
Yeah, no, it was really cool, and I do want to try to do something for Cave Story, but I don't know what would be the best version, A, to play, and B, what would be the best version to support the developer and not Nicholas.
I know that there was a version that we talked about. I just forget which one it was.
Well, I forget. It was Cave Story 3D.
That was I think I know NIS handled that remake, but I do still think that was published under Nicholas's name. Like they pretty much have owned the brand name since the WiiWare release.
I guess it would have to be just Cave Story Plus then.
We would have to, if we were to ever cover that game for the channel, it would have to be the very original shareware or freeware release.
That's fair. Oh wow, back in the olden days.
Yep.
Fair.
I mean, it's still plenty playable, and it is fakely translated. In fact, I do still have it on me. It's just,
Nice.
it's a little dated.
Oh, we need more fun fan translations. I'm still keeping an eye on the Million Monkeys one.
Yes, I would like one for Million Monkeys, please. Which, speaking of which, that does remind me of something that recently turned up that may or may not, become a part of this channel's library at some point or another. Remember when we covered the game where we sucked up monkey pants with a portable vacuum?
Good times. Typical
People
Wednesday
Star
afternoon.
2001 recently got a rather well done fan translation, and I mean, granted, it's a game that I don't think really is required in order to even finish it. But I mean, I appreciate the effort that was put into it, and it also means we can actually appreciate the times when Spectre literally tries to defend his right to bear pants.
Yes. And we can. I don't know why I said that with such passion, but yes. And hang on, is there anything down here?
Mind you, while we do plan on doing that game fully for once, I don't think we're going to do that before we get started on Pumpkin Prime Dreamscape 3, because those are still very much at the top of the priority list for that franchise.
No,
Yeah.
especially plot-wise. I want to, and again, I want to go back to watching some of our Pumpkin Prime footage. It has been a while, but I genuinely enjoyed. That was one of our earlier Parsec things we tried.
I want to say it was, yeah, and I mean, for the most part, it turned out pretty well.
I think so. There was 1 or 2 points when it was a little tricky, especially because, we'll say right now, the game handles multiplayer co-op a little funkily. Like,
How so?
Well, okay, I can say it right now, and we'll reiterate during the commentary. So there's this thing where in order to complete a chapter, you need to hit a certain score. Like, and you get, like, let's say if you win first place in a game, you get 1,000 points.
Mm-hmm. For the most part, that wasn't a huge problem. However, it came right to around the very last bit of the quote unquote tournament arc, where it started to become.
All 4,000 points.
It became an absolute crux to even have any sort of competition.
Right, because it basically be like the law, like some sort of like law of averages type. Also, this one's probably one of my least favorite roamers. We'll see in a little bit.
Yes.
Like, so for instance, hear me out here in this hype is that, so you need nice.
Woo!
Ha!
Open wide.
Ha! So yeah, you can even use the beam burst in that mode. But even though he's like super low health, he gets to get away. So now I get to go after it. Anyway, just keep an eye on your scanner. It'll tell you if you're in the right direction, because there's actually 3 possible rooms. Is it up here? No, it's not. Oh no, it's going right. Yeah, it's up here. Anyway, so let's say hype, you need to get all 4,000 points, which will require winning all 4 of the events. Damn, he got help back. I I could actually, fight James legitimately and put up a good struggle, and I could beat him in one event, and he could beat me in the other 3 events. Congratulations! I now have 1,000 points, and he now has 3,000 and some on points, depending if he got second or third. Neither of us have 4,000 points.
You doing okay there, buddy?
Hello? What do? Hello?
The Academy never trained me. Oh, okay, he's back.
Okay, good. They did create a failsafe.
The Academy never trained me for this. But anyway, yeah, no, it's so yeah, congratulations. He's off again.
Damn it! Get back here.
Yeah, congratulations. You now have 1,000 or 3,000. Neither of you have 4,000 points. The game will not continue. You have to redo this round.
Wow. Yeah.
So as far as doing co-op, there was at one point a silent agreement where I was like, okay, you win.
Whoever gets the first win gets the rest of them.
Like, they have to, you have to just start throwing it. It's not. They really should have done something where they total your 2 points and give you, maybe a higher total amongst the both of you to account for
If not that, then maybe disable that whole thing and just let it be, whoever gets the most points wins, and then you just proceed as normal.
Right, because imagine if you were doing a 4-player co-op game, and imagine if you were doing a 4-player co-op game, and nobody was, and there was one guy who did not want to let anyone else win. It was just, I don't know, it was an odd system. But
so, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you all enjoyed this recent part of Metroid Tangents Returns.
Yes, every time. It's a Metroidvania. They're gonna come back, every last one of them. So, yeah. Beyond that, join us in the next part as we're going to continue moving through Area 3. We're steadily getting there, but hopefully this will be the last big round, because I do recall in the next part they're going to be a lot more densely packed together, the Metroids.
Oh yeah. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.